What's up, guys? Welcome back to another Week in Freight, where I'm going to cover the nation and find the freight. If you can find the high freight volume areas, you will find the high freight rate areas. And in the description, you will find a link where you can try this out for 30 days. It's the TruckerSEDGE Pro version. There's also a link down there on the factoring company I choose to use. That is Triumph Business Capital. And there's a link down there as well to put you into contact with my guy. Also with Triumph, they are partnered with DAT, and I will show you why I chose them in here in just a minute. But where I like to start is the load count, the in and out ratio. Today's search is for vans. What you want to look for is like an in and out. Like Alabama is showing 1,400 loads going in, or 1,600 loads needed to come out, or trucks going in versus trucks needed to come out. And you like these offsets like right here where there's more trucks needed to come out, and you're just going to find the more freight that way. Even like California. Dang, this is looking good. California's looking hot. So there's a lot going in Cali, but at the same time, there's a ton needed to come out. So I usually just give a little quick reference and check this out. And by looking at this, it seems like the freight's going to be pretty juicy this week. And the nuts and bolts of this video is right here. I'm going to go into the search the loads. And search the loads, and I'm going to go around the different freight hubs. And the freight hubs, what I mean by that is like, I'm going to start in Los Angeles. And I'm going to go around the nation to the different freight hubs that as truckers we normally go in and out of. Like, I mean, you find yourself out in the middle of nowhere, Montana, there's chances are there's not going to be a lot of freight coming out. So I'm going to stick to the hubs that has usually the most freight. And today is the 10th. It's currently 1 o'clock Eastern time. And let's see what they got. I mean, honestly, as late as it is, I should be doing today and tomorrow. But just for a more accurate reading here, we're just going to go for today. LA showing 2,600 loads needed to come out. And let's see what kind of money they got on the board. What the heck did I do? Cancel. Oh, they done changed it up. Offer. You click this little offer tab down here, and it's going to give you the brokers that's got money on loads. Like Landstar Ranger right now has one going to Miami for $9,000. And what I was mentioning a moment ago about why I factor with Triumph, why I choose them, this is one of the biggest benefactors and why. When you see this factor and you see a little green check versus somebody that don't, like this company right here, they won't factor them. Triumph will not factor them. Either they're more than likely a newer company than they just hadn't built their credit up yet, or they've had some shady payment history in the past. There's another one that won't. But like this Landstar load, they will factor them. So seeing that right there, right off the bat, you know they factor them. You don't have to go from this platform to another platform and see if your company will factor them. So that's it right there. So what I'm saying here is Los Angeles has got some money on the board. Everything's basically over $8,000 on the high side, with including this one right here. And over here to the right, with the 15-day average, it shows you this load's been going for about 7,600 on this particular lane. But there's a lot of trucks, or not a lot of trucks out there versus the freight, so they're putting more money on it to get it moved. And you can look over here, Landstar Ranger, full van, 15,000 pounds, and this is requiring a team, so they probably need that there in like 2.5 days, or as fast as you can get it there. So there you go. Let's shoot up to NorCal, Tracy area. Bump this up a little bit, 200 to get all the SAC NorCal area and all in between. 924 loads up there. Looking pretty solid. So Northern Cal is looking good. Let's go up to Portland. Oh, excuse me. Portland, let's bump that back down to 120. See what they got. 451 exact loads in the Portland area. That's real good for Portland. Portland, Oregon. Oh, I just done that one. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to hurry up here. Gotta go get a shower and go get the kid from school. Let's see here. Seattle's coming in with 213 exact loads. And There's 1,200 loads up there. That's just meaning outside this 120-mile radius. But they've got a little bit of freight up there. It's looking pretty good. Let's shoot down to Kansas City. Oh, spelled that wrong. Kansas City, ooh, nice, 710. So Kansas City's looking super solid. Let's check out St. Louis. Man, I can get it together this morning. Or, excuse me, afternoon. 1,600 loads in the St. Louis market. So, looking good, guys. I need to get out of the house and get back to work. Let's shoot down to Dallas. Dallas, are you strong? Come on, Dallas. Show me what you got. 1,400 loads. Yeah, Dallas market is super strong. Dallas is looking good. Let's drop down to Houston. Houston. 900. Yeah, Texas market's strong, so I'd feel comfortable rolling in there. Let's shoot over to Atlanta. Atlanta. Come on now. 2,600. Man, there's a lot of freight out there. Atlanta's super solid. Let's shoot over to Columbia, South Carolina. 2,300 loads in the Columbia, South Carolina market. Charlotte. North Kakalaki. 2,300 loads. Oh man, another good week. Another good week. Let's shoot to Richmond, Virginia. Say 1,500 loads in the Richmond market, so that's super strong up there. Let's try the New York market. New York. Let me keep it at 120. 3,300 in the New York market, so all of that up there. There's a lot of freight. Let's shoot to Allentown. Let's bump this down to 50 miles just in the Allentown market. 600 loads in Allentown market. Man, that's just insane. Within a 50-mile radius. Whew, nice. Let's shoot over to the Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh. 1,400 loads in the Pittsburgh market, and that's super solid. Pittsburgh to Marietta. 1,200 miles. It's almost $3 a mile. It's been going for a little, well, they're right there on the money with it. Let's shoot over to Columbus. Columbus, Ohio. 2,100 mark. Eesh, strong. Now, before we get there, let's check out Cincinnati. Cincinnati, I bet they're strong as well. 27, nice. Indianapolis. What you got? 23. Man, oh man. Let's shoot up to Minneapolis, St. Paul. Check that market. And guys, by doing this right here, I usually do this before I leave the house. And the reason why I do this before I leave the house, it gives me a good idea of where I need to stick my truck in, what market I should drive to. Because what I've learned over the last few years of doing this, whatever market's hot today is going to usually continue to be hot for the next week or two. So hardly any markets ever just die off next day. If they're hot today, they're going to be hot tomorrow and the next couple of days, and then they'll slowly stair step down from being hot. That's just what I've noticed over the years doing this. But this is why I always do this, just to let me know where I need to put my truck. And also, it cuts down the negotiating or my decision-making time whenever I'm looking at a load and I see a load going to 5 different places. In those 5 different places, I always know the next lanes of which one seems to be the best. And as I always say, tell people, I was like, you know, it's like shooting pool. Your most important move is your next move. So what you want to do with this move you're booking right now is put yourself in a better position for that next load. I mean, like right now, if I'm looking at a load going from, say, Columbus, Ohio to St. Paul versus Colorado, say Denver area, and St. Paul's got a lot of freight up here, and they got money on the board like this right here going back over to New York for $5,500. I know I'm not going to get no rate like that in Denver. So this right here would be the load I choose to go towards the St. Paul, Minneapolis area. So it just helps you place your truck in the next hot market, and you just want to continue to do such. And you always keep a truck rolling in hot market to hot market to hot market. Now let's check out Chicago, and we'll end this out. Chicago's 4,000 loads, so yeah, there you go. Plenty of freight up there in the Chicago market. Let's check out, let's see, Alberta, Calgary, see if they got any freight for my Canadian friends. Not very many. And guys, I can't remember the load board up there in Canada, but they're going to have way more freight than DAT, because DAT is a United States-based company, or excuse me, load board. And I've talked to them, and they said, no, you know, people in Canada can't use this because we have another company that we're not compete with that is Canadian-based. So you have to have a United States address to get DAT TruckerSedge, and they're not going to infringe on the Canadian load boards. So even on here, there's going to be some freight, but there's not going to be a lot. Whatever load boards you guys have up there is going to show way more than what we have here. Let's check out Vancouver. Now this right here is going to pick up a lot of Seattle market freight, but just give you an idea. If you're in the Vancouver, see, there you go, to Indianapolis, Langley to Indy. It's been going for 4,500 USD. Not too shabby. All right, guys, I'm going to get on out of here. I got to get a shower, go get the kid from school, and I think we're going to go fishing. And, guys, if I'm out there running, wherever you want to point your truck, whatever markets I showed, there's going to be freight there. So stay in those markets, and by the end of the week, you will stay in the high profits. Again, if you like what I showed you, in the description, there's a link. You can click this and try this out for 30 days free of charge. Also, there's a link for the factoring I choose to use. Click that link, give the guy Mac a call. His number on the website will send you to him, and if you get an answer machine, he stays pretty busy. Leave him a message and he will call you back and tell him tell him MakeCents sent you. All right, guys, until that next videos, see you, bye.